We have a lot of animals. They're mostly exotic. And we have our 2 ducks.
And then we decided to get dogs because the reptiles really aren't lovey.
I just think the wolf is the most beautiful animal on the planet. So when I found out I could buy a wolf from a breeder, I went for it.
I called a ton of breeders, and they informed me that they were just like a regular dog. So I thought that would be okay for us, and that's what we did.
We got 2 at the same time. Our male dog is an Arctic Wolf hybrid. He is 3.5 years old, and he's 105 pounds. He's about 6 feet tall. She is a Mexican Gray and a Timber Wolf. She's really fun, really sweet. Every morning I wake up, I open my eyes, and she's just staring at me. When we first started noticing Hyde's aggression towards food and toys, we quickly tried to follow Caesar's advice from other shows that we had watched. Didn't work. Over and over and over, we tried and tried and tried. Each day he would just get aggressive again. So it got to the point where we just let it go. We gave up. We have no plants in the backyard because the dogs eat them. Everywhere we put grass, they just sit there and dig it up.
And we can't leave them in the house when we leave because they will raid our refrigerator or pantry and eat everything here.
They decided to eat the side of the bed. When people come over, it's hard because Hyde will jump up, and he's so powerful when he jumps. Our friends have had black eyes from him. They get a lot of exercise. We do walk them probably more than any of our neighbors walk their dogs.
When Beta sees another dog, she gets kind of low, and she'll put her hair up, her ears will be pricked up really high, and her tail will go up. I mean, she's looking at that dog with death in her eyes or something, and it's like it's not her, she's just gone, and she'll just start snapping, and if you're in the way, she will bite.
We have not had a vacation alone together for 4 years. We basically, wherever we go, if it's going to be for more than a few days, we have to bring the dogs, or one of us has to go at a time. We're afraid that the city or something's going to happen. They're going to come remove our dogs when we're not here, and then there's nothing we can do about it.
I would love for Veda and Hyde to be in the backyard with the turtles and the ducks and have everybody be there and nobody trying to eat anybody.
I hope Caesar can get to where we can leave the dogs in the house when we're gone. To get it to where I can take the dogs to the dog park and we can have a good time. Where we can walk the dogs and they don't growl or attack other dogs and allow us to be a normal family. That's what we want.
There have been few official studies of wolf hybrid behavior, and some organizations, including the Humane Society of the United States, warn against keeping the animals as pets due to the unpredictable nature that results from their crossbreeding.
And how long has it been going on?
Pretty much since they were puppies. You know, they've had some problems starting from about 2 months old. As they got older, different problems occurred. We fixed a couple, but more sprang up, and Veda, the dark one, started being aggressive towards cars and other animals.
They walk well. I mean, they're a little bit in front of us and they don't pull, but if they see a dog, it's out of control.
They're in a red zone and we can't get them out of it. He's not as aggressive towards dogs as she is, but he's been attacked several times by dogs. When we go to the dog park or anything, they'll rush him. And then Veda is immediately hair up, growling, defensive. Tail straight up. And the only way to fix it is to completely remove her from the situation.
So you never managed to make him go into a relaxed state?
Not when he's at that point. I can't get him to calm down completely, no.
I want to see how can I help you to see those things before the explosion, and then for you to see what energy you use at that time. If your energy is not calm and assertive, it is not going to impact, especially when you're talking about somebody who's more primal than the rest of the dogs, than the pit bulls and the Rottweilers and the Mastiffs. You know, so it's definitely more sensitive, because he will sense miles before a German Shepherd will sense something. He will stalk better than a Border Collie. You see what I'm saying? He's a predator and a stalker. So the whole thing that he's doing is a typical wolf looking for food. When you see wolf in a natural habitat,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, from 5 seasons that we've been doing the show, nobody smelled me like him.
Really?
No? He went to my heart. You know what I mean? If you work with dog or hybrids, it's going to be about claiming. You got to claim it, you know? You got to claim the space. Otherwise, they're going to claim it. I was telling Rob, let's don't focus on what you want. Let's focus on what can you do for the pack to become harmonious. And then by having the harmony that you want, then you transfer that state of mind into a dog park. But you don't have harmony at home. How can you go into other areas and expect that? You own the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
You own the trash can. Mm-hmm. You own the furniture. You own people that come in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wants to know. Who owns these people?
Okay.
Who owns these turtles, you know?
Yeah.
And then once you tell them who owns them, it's okay, so when somebody owns it, this is what my DNA tells me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Respect what my pack leader says to do. Anything this wolf-looking thing, you're going to see a lot of gum,
mm-hmm.
a lot of teeth, but they're still saying, you know, I'm not sure, you know, or I am tense, and they show gum. So if you don't know how to read that, you can make that aggression.
Okay.
But it's just an expression.
Mm-hmm.
Because they felt that Veda was very aggressive and they described her as a red zone and she redirected her aggression towards one of them, wanted to make sure they learn how to make Veda the role model because Veda is a role model of height. This would be the ideal. This was a calm, submissive moment.
That's
And
usually
before
her.
we bring him in, we make him sit. Should we make him lay down and completely calm down?
It's not so much the body language as much as it's the mind.
Okay. I mean, come on. Sit.
First, Caesar wants Holly to take control at the door.
That's scary, huh?
Well, that was actually good for it. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. They begin by claiming the door because you're going towards. So what they're doing is they're claiming who's going to get first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it becomes a competition.
Mm-hmm.
Then the humans start getting, you know, in a rush. No, stop. Hey, go back. That only makes them go into an excited state. So the human is no longer in control. By claiming the trash can, by claiming the door, you know, that word is going to be always in our conversation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's real kind of submissive state.
Yeah.
You getting it?
Yeah.
So that's hands-on, energy, body language. We don't know each other, but we're making things happen right now. Besides keeping them calm and quiet, I show them those subtle things that people don't get to see, or don't get to experience, don't get to read, because they're so focused on other things. And so it was very important for me to show them, look, this is what happens before you see the explosion. That reaction of the brain is normal for them, you know, to be alert,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have to do it so quickly. You know, so those are the signs, the subtle things that a lot of people don't correct. The more you let her stay in that state, the more she, you know, she gets more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So it's nothing really here, but she's looking for it. So the mind is already in that state.
Caesar wants to see how Veda responds when she encounters different types of energy from members of Caesar's pack.
That touch is just to snap her out of it, okay? Yeah.
Okay.
So right there. Ears back. So that's better. No, I don't want her to start, you know, taking a position, because what happens in that is they start come out with a strategy to circle them.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's what she's doing.
Is the shaking?
Normal. Yeah. The shaking, when the brain can't do what they normally do, it takes time for them to adjust. So they go, okay, so if I can't fight, what is my choices? And then eventually what I want is surrendering. That's when they can interact with each other. So that's surrendering, see?
Yeah.
Yeah. See the energy?
Yeah.
Switch completely.
Yeah, it's not focusing on it at all.
Yeah, so more relaxed. The state of mind that we had when we started with the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
So just observe the behavior.
Oh, she's doing so good.
There you go, right there. You saw it?
Yeah.
That correction, when this ear was about to move forward, I correct. Just put some wheels on him. Okay. Now observe. Very good. See the difference?
Uh-huh.
Now this is nose. Now she's using her nose to smell him. That's good. Now, earlier she was doing the eye part of it.
Yeah.
You know, it was all eye oriented. Now she's doing. That's perfect. That's more dog.
Yeah.
You know, let's challenge him. So that's good. Coming into the space. So one is a bulldog, the other one is a hybrid. But what matters the most is what energy are they projecting to each other. What did you learn so far?
Correct it immediately before it starts. And
We need to be calm.
we need to be calm and assertive, but even it starts from when we put the leash on.
Since a low-energy bulldog seems to pose no problems, Caesar asks for high-energy pit bull Junior to help with the rehabilitation process.
There you go. Good. Junior's energy is sending a whole different energy to her.
Uh-huh.
So Junior is a little bit more cocky than the bulldog.
Yeah.
The bulldog was like, I'm hot. You see what I mean? So he really was not projecting any like challenging energy. When Junior is a little bit, who are you? A little more cocky.